I will never forget when I was pivoting from health coaching to money coaching and saying to my business coach, am I crazy? How am I going to find anyone who's actually going to pay high ticket to get help with money? Like, isn't that a little bit counterintuitive? If you need help with money, do you really have money to invest? That was my own story that I was telling myself. And I struggled with this. And this is coming from someone who has built, a multi six-figure business helping people with cash flow and with money. And so overcoming that was quite an interesting experience. And I want you to know that if you are feeling like a bit of a fraud or an imposter when you're just starting out, or when you're starting to go into more high ticket sales or even group sales, no, you're not alone. It is totally normal to feel this way. And honestly, I feel like anyone who does feel this truly cares about their client, truly cares about the success. And it's an indication that you actually are running and going to run a profitable and viable business because you care about the results of your client. So let's get down to it. My name is Amber Duggar. I am the founder of Profit for Keeps, and I am so honored that you are here today joining us on this Profit for Joy TV episode. We are talking all about how to not feel like a fraud when you are looking to charge high ticket for your programs. So why is this such an issue? Well, the thing is, we go into our services because we are naturally good at what we do. So just think about it for a moment. When you are really good at what you do, you don't value it from a perspective of investing to get that solution because you already have the solution naturally. It's something that you've either gone through, overcome, or fully understand. And so the last thing you're going to do is invest not little money, not a lot of money, not any money on something you already know how to do. So the value just isn't there for you. So I need you to just take a moment and step outside of yourself and think of your prospective client, the pain that they're feeling, the struggle that they are experiencing, and how it's completely avoidable with the solution that you provide, that it's completely possible for them to no longer feel that way. For them to move from feeling like this is the most agonizing pain to truly being in a solution, experiencing relief, experiencing a completely changed world. Just imagine the value that is. It's unlimited, right? And you can't even put a number on it. So when you're charging high ticket for your services, you must think of yourself as a conduit of investment for your client. You are there to allow your client to say, this is a top priority for me. And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to say, yes, this is the top priority. And a lot of times, actually, that act of investment is the push that person needs to take action, immerse themselves in the material, be a part of the solution, and truly empower themselves to the place where they want to be. So that is a really distinct thing that once I learned this concept, it totally blew my mind. I thought, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. Of course, I'm not going to value it the same as my client. This is something I already know how to do. But then I took myself out of that and thought about marketing and Facebook and all these things that I wasn't an expert at, and felt like, okay, yeah, I can totally see why I would pay for those things. And someone who is naturally good at those things would never go and pay for that type of thing because they already are naturally good at it. So it's the same thing with your services. You're naturally good at it. So of course you're going to have a harder time wrapping your head around the idea that someone else would pay a high ticket for that solution. But I must reiterate, it is your responsibility to give them all the information so that they can make an informed decision, because a confused buyer never buys. So if you're finding that people are saying no, it's either because they don't actually understand what you do, or they don't understand, or they don't believe that your solution actually will help them. And so the most important thing here is ensuring that they fully understand that your solution is a good fit, that it is going to get them the results that they're looking for. And that only happens when you know you have the right person, that it's the right situation, and that they will get results and an experience that's in alignment with the services that you're offering. So just remember that value perception is highly individual. So while we were saying before, you may not see the value in what you do because you already are very good at it, but someone who isn't is going to look at what you do is like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I'm so grateful to have found you. And there's a reason that you're here doing this, because this is something you're naturally good at. And it's the gift that you're giving the world. And the person receiving that gift and allowing themselves to invest in themselves, they are going to have a complete pivotal moment in their life. And they're going to now be able to move forward with more empowerment, more sanity, more peace, feeling just so much better after going through the experience with you. So, what I want you to do is just think back on a time when you were desperate for a solution and then invested. How did it feel? How did it feel to finally find that solution and make that investment and that decision and move forward? That's what your client's experiencing when they truly do feel like your solution is the right one for them and that they can see themselves actually obtaining that result. I'm so grateful you're here. If you enjoyed this video, please do like the video. It helps so much with visibility, and we so appreciate each and every one of you watching these videos. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you have not yet joined the waitlist for our upcoming Aged Money Challenge, I highly recommend that you do that by going to amberduggar.com/challenge. This is an excellent experience that people say it is worth 3 times the investment of the last investment they made in their business. And it all has to do with the fact that we are fully immersed that entire 9 days in helping you move forward with getting a very clear revenue goal, getting very clear on your expenses, being able to determine different revenue goals for yourself, and giving a complete framework to run a profitable, sustainable business. It's unlike anything out there, and I highly recommend you join us. We would love, love, love to have you. Until next time, thank you so much for joining us here. My name is Amber Duggar, founder of Profit for Keeps, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Mwah! Much love, everyone.